Hi, my name is Lucía Shelley, and today I will be reading The Little Scarecrow Boy, written by Margaret Wise Brown and illustrated by David Diaz. Ready? Once upon a time, in a cornfield, there lived a scarecrow and his scarecrow wife and the little scarecrow boy. But every day of the world, Old Man Scarecrow went to the cornfield to make fierce faces to the crows. Every day of the world, his little scarecrow boy wanted to come too. And every day of the world, Old Man Scarecrow had to say, nope, no little boy, you can't go. You're not fierce enough to scare the crows. Wait till you grow. So every day, little scarecrow boy had to go back home and wait, just to grow. Every day on the field, Old Man Scarecrow waved his arms and made terrible faces. He made such terrible faces that the crows near lost their feathers at the sight of him there, and they flew far, far away. Every evening when the sun went down, Old Man Scarecrow came rattling home, and evening he sat in his scarecrow house teaching his little scarecrow boy how to make fierce faces. Old Lady Scarecrow whistled through her straw teeth and looks of them there. But early in the morning, even before the sun came out, it was the same old, nope, no little boy, you cannot go. You're not fierce enough to scare the crows. Wait till you grow. So little scarecrow boy stayed at home all day and just grew. But then one day, after the little boy already learned all the 6 fierce faces, so that he could make them one after the other one, he decided to run away. Yeah, early the next morning, he would go out into the cornfield and he would frighten a crowd. So before the sun was up, or Old Man Scarecrow was up, or Old Lady Scarecrow was up, little scarecrow boy slipped out of bed, dressed quietly on tiptoe, and went quietly out of the house, over to the cornfield, up on his father's post, in his father's place. It was a fine shining morning with the sun gleaming green down the corn blades. Crows circled in the air far away on the trees. The little scarecrow boy waved his arms through the air, and he had never felt fiercer in his whole life. And then came flying a big black crow. Ho, ho, ho! The little scarecrow made his first fierce face, and still came flying the big black crow. Ho, ho, ho! The little scarecrow boy made his second fierce face, and still came flying the big black crow. His third face. Ho, ho, ho! Time to go! So the little scarecrow boy ran and ran and ran down the corn rows. The black flapping wings made a noise now, and looking back, he could see the blue sky through the ragged feathers of the nearest crow. He ran and he ran and he stopped. his fourth face, and still came flying the big black crow. So he ran, and he ran, and he ran, and he ran. So the crow flew. He flew, and he flew, and he flew. And the little scarecrow boy ran. And then he made his fifth next to the fiercest face of all, and still came flying the big black crow. The little boy had only one face left and almost hardly any air to breathe. Even so, he stopped, and with his arms stretched wide above his head and his fingers drooping on his hand, he gave the big crow his sixth face, and whoa! The old crow flew backwards through the air, feathers flying everywhere, until there wasn't even the shadow of a crow on the land. A scarecrow at last. The little scarecrow boy knew that he was as fierce as a scarecrow there was in all the cornfields in all the world. And then he saw a shadow in front of him. And he looked up, and there was behind him Old Man Scarecrow, his father. And his father was proud of his little boy who had made all six faces to the crows. And he picked up his little scarecrow boy in his scarecrow arms, and then they went home to have breakfast. And then time passed, and when little scarecrow boy grew up, he became the fiercest scarecrow in all the cornfields in the world. The end. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it, and you can be as fearful as anybody you are. Go Braves!